All right. Hello, friends. Today I wanted to talk about the subculture of athletes who decided that the best use of their time was sitting across from another sweaty man, grabbing his hand and trying to rip his humerus into three distinct pieces. Yes, that's right. I'm talking about arm wrestlers. Specifically, we're looking at how you can stop waking up feeling like your elbows were chewed on by a disgruntled wood chip. If you want to maximize tendon repair and sleep, because apparently some of you actually value health, we've got a stack for you. Let's dive in, you monsters. First up, we have collagen peptides and glycine. They are the bricks and the mortar. Now, I know what you're thinking, Andrew. Collagen is for skin health and influencers who sell tea on Instagram. Shut up, bro. Your tendons are made up of collagen. When you're doing heavy side pressure and your medial epicondyle is screaming for mercy, it's begging for the amino acids required to rebuild that connective tissue. But luckily, there is science to this shit. And taking 15 to 20 grams of collagen about 40 to 60 minutes before you train, with just a little bit of vitamin C, you don't need a massive dose. 50, 100, 150 milligrams, they're all safe with those small doses. But if all you can find is a bigger one like 500 or a gram, it won't hurt anything. Now, this combination will actually help get those aminos into the joint space via a process called preloading, the glycine factor. Collagen is high in glycine, but we're adding more. Why, you ask? Because glycine acts as an inhibitory neurotransmitter. It helps lower your core body temperature, which tells your brain, hey, we aren't currently being hunted by a saber-toothed tiger. Maybe we should actually sleep. It's the cheapest way to feel less like a jittery mess after a heavy session. Next, we have high dose melatonin, the antioxidant sledgehammer. Most of you think melatonin is just that gummy your mom takes to fall asleep while watching another episode of the Great British Bake Off. But for the enhanced or high output athlete, melatonin is a potent systemic antioxidant. When you train arm wrestling, you aren't just damaging the muscle, you're creating massive oxidative stress in poorly vascularized tissues, your tendons. High dose melatonin, we're talking like 10 milligrams, 20 milligrams, or maybe even more for some, scavenges those free radicals like a hungry bodybuilder in an all you can eat buffet. Warning though, you might have dreams so vivid you'll think you're actually winning East versus West, only to wake up and realize you're still a 190-pound amateur with a sore wrist. Deal with it. Then we have NAC, the internal janitor. If you're an arm wrestler, there's a non-zero chance that you're taking supplements that make your liver, well, a little grumpy. Even if you're natty, which, let's be honest, in this sport usually just means you haven't pinned anything in the last 48 hours. Heavy training creates inflammation. NAC is the precursor to glutathione, the master antioxidant. It helps clear out the metabolic junk. It's like hiring a professional cleaning crew to come into your body and scrub the floors while you're unconscious. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. It's great for lung health, liver health, and keeping you alive just long enough to actually see your kids grow up, which sounds like a pretty nice plus for some people. Finally, Ashwagandha, the cortisol killer. Arm wrestling is uniquely taxing on that central nervous system, or CNS. That shaking you do when you're locked in a center table war, that's your nervous system redlining. Ashwagandha is an adaptogen. That helps blunt the cortisol spike. High cortisol kills sleep and slows down tissue repair. By taking this, you're basically telling your adrenal glands to chill the hell out. It helps you transition from, I want to rip this man's thumb off, to, I am a peaceful human who enjoys pillows and sleep. Just don't take it forever. Cycle it on and off, or you'll end up so emotionally numb that you won't even care when you lose. And yeah, we can't have that. So let's summarize the don't be a broken mess protocol. The stack: collagen plus glycine. Now, remember 15 to 20 grams of collagen about 30 to 60 minutes before you train. Glycine, I prefer to take this before bed because you do get a good amount of glycine in your collagen as well. And I'd recommend 3 grams to 9 grams, mattering on your size. Now, these are for the tendons you're trying to destroy. High dose melatonin for the systemic cleanup and weird dreams. And again, high dose melatonin means 10 milligrams, 20 milligrams, or even more. I recommend starting low and build your way up until you wake up one day and you feel too groggy to function. That means you've taken too much and you should back it down a little. NAC to keep your insides from turning into a swamp. I recommend anywhere between 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams daily, taken either in one dose or spread out AM and PM. And then ashwagandha to lower the stress of being a professional arm tugger. For this, I only recommend the KSM 66 variety of ashwagandhas. That's the only one shown in studies to actually have an effect. I like to take 600 milligrams before bed to help with sleep and make the dreams even weirder. But some people like to take as much as 1,200 milligrams. You'll have to experiment and find out for yourself. Now, when you combine all this with actually sleeping 8 hours instead of scrolling through Devin Larratt's Instagram at 2 a.m., you might actually make some gains. If you liked this video, well, like the video. If you hated it, keep it to yourself because I'm just way more massive than you. See you guys next time.